Welcome back to Bunny and Beyond, where we're waking up in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. And why are we here? Because today is the day we're getting solar mounted on my roof. But there's a catch.
What do you mean there's a catch, Mom? You mean like catching the ball?
No, not that kind of catch. A roof over 9 feet tall and a panel weighing over 40 pounds. I can't do this job myself, so I had to hire Justin from Santan Solar to do it for me. But that's just the mounting part. The rest of the install is on me, and I'm not qualified for that job. So I don't know. We're going to try and handle that later, but for now, we're going to get the panel on for a more affordable cost. My entire home on wheels is in the middle of this install, so things are about to get complicated. You guys know I've had trouble with this roof, and because it's fiberglass, we're not even sure if we can mount it up there. But Justin here thinks he's found a way. And because this whole installation process takes place in Justin's driveway, we've got to keep Sparrow here on a leash. Hi, buddy. Good boy. You being a good boy?
Yeah, Mom, being good.
What is all that noise, Sparrow Dog?
I don't know. Come on, go outside and see. What is that? Mom, there's sounds.
Hi, what's happening?
I don't know, Mom. The weird noises on the roof.
Of course, he handled himself like a perfect gentleman, like he always does. But I'm pretty sure having someone on the roof of his home made him a little nervous. I'm gonna get you. Boop.
Mom.
So, of course, we gotta play with him and keep him entertained with his new dinosaur we picked up at the thrift store.
I am confused, Mom. Get that thing out of my face. I'm gonna get it. I got it. This thing doesn't have a squeaker, Mom. Maybe it's a squeaker in his leg. Here, you play with me, Mom. You do it.
We'll get it. We'll get that toy.
In the heart of this mobile wilderness, we observe a rare and elusive creature
Mom, what's
in its
that
natural
voice?
habitat, the wild van dog. Armed with razor-sharp instincts and undying devotion to his prehistoric companion, he senses an intruder approaching.
Mom, what are you doing?
Will he defend his territory, or will the mighty hunter succumb to belly rubs and distraction? We wait, and we watch.
I'm just gonna ignore you and keep chewing on this, Mom. You're weird.
Meanwhile, on the roof, Justin is just about done with mounting the solar panel. We now have 410 watts of solar on the roof. Now, if you remember, we were afraid we couldn't mount this panel because we were going directly into fiberglass, and there was still an inner roof, like 6 inches below that we thought we were going to have to remove a chunk of in order to get the bolts locked into the roof. But it turns out there was already wood underneath that top layer, making the entire install much easier on both me and Justin, and we were able to mount it lengthwise, as you can see. We didn't think we were going to be able to mount it lengthwise. We thought we were going to have wings and an overhang by mounting it perpendicular to the van. But Justin was able to figure it out. We've got a streamlined solar panel mounted on the roof, and you can hardly even tell that it's up there. If you've been around this channel for a while, you know that I occasionally do product reviews. I always aim to keep it real with you because the last thing I want is to become a capitalist sellout. That's why when I recommend something, it's because I actually use it and I think it's worth your time. And in this case, I think Santan Solar offers great panels at an affordable price. If you're looking to do your own solar setup, I've got a discount code for you right here and in the caption. It saves you some money and it does help support the channel so that, I don't have to review bedazzled dog sunglasses for Sparrow just to pay for gas. Getting solar on my van, huge upgrade. I personally am really happy with the panels and so far with the install too. I have to give you a disclaimer. When it comes to a solar panel installation, every van is different, so you have to do your research. I have heard from others in the van life community who have had not so great solar installations and it's lead to damage to the van, rust, and even water intrusion inside their build because of a shoddy mounting job. I always recommend asking lots of questions no matter who you hire. Have to make sure they're using rust-proof materials, proper sealant, and a mounting method that's not going to cause long-term issues to your roof. I also recommend consulting with more than one installer before you mount your panels. Every installer is going to do it a different way, especially depending on what kind of roof you've got. So just make sure you do your own research before making a decision. With the panel mounted, it's time to head out of Phoenix back to Quartzsite, but not without stopping in Parker, Arizona first to pick up some Amazon package that will help us complete this install. But the drive back was not as easy as you'd think, And there were some accidents along the way. Ouch. And then we hit traffic. Coming into Quartzsite, there is a bit of construction going on. So here we are going 1 mile an hour for about 2 hours. And look way down there, even the on-ramp traffic to the next exit is at a dead stop. So it's gonna be a while. But hey, this happens when you live on the road and you just kind of have to roll with the punches, even if they add 2 hours to your trip. Getting impatient is just gonna ruin the drive, so you might as well just pop on some tunes or listen to a podcast. But man, I wish my air conditioning worked right now. Man, do I wish that worked. So I am in Skadden Wash right now. I'm going to meet up with some friends who are going to help me get the solar panel that was just mounted actually hooked up to everything. Everything's hooked up right now to a smaller solar panel that I can bring in and out of the van in the back. But it's not really giving me my full potential of power, and if I were to hook it up immediately to the solar panel on the roof, it would be too much power and a little bit dangerous. So we have to install some like fuses and switches and bigger wires. And my friend who's gonna be doing that is Tim Untethered, and I'm gonna have him tagged below. You guys will get to meet him soon. But look at all the people in Skadden Wash right now. Hold on. This is insane. The last time I was here, there was a fraction of this amount, and you couldn't really hear any other campers. I mean, look at over there. It's just swamped. There are so many humans here. So Quartzsite has a lot of RV shows and gem shows going on right now, which is why the population is booming at this time of year, and why there's so many campers.
What do you want to do?
Sparrow has
You
met
wanna go
his
somewhere?
new best friend forever.
You want to play ball? You want to go to the bus?
Yeah,
heard
I want
you
to
came
do
the
all
bus to
that.
look for me. Did
Yep.
you come to the bus?
Yeah.
Have you been waiting?
Yeah, I waited
Dude,
at the
that's a
bus.
big ball. That's a big ball.
You're gonna play with my ball? Oh
Well, you
my god, you're gonna play with my ball? I'm so excited. Oh my god, he's got the ball.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love him. He's my new best friend.
That's it.
That's a big mouth.
That's it. He's never gonna leave you alone now. He's got the ball in his mouth while I rub his belly or pat his belly. He doesn't really like belly rubs. He likes belly pats. Is that good, Sparrow?
That's my emotional support ball. I have big feelings because I've been in the van most of the day because traffic is stupid.
I couldn't agree more. It's okay, buddy. I know. I have to show you this. Sparrow is sitting here with ears on the bus, waiting for Tim time. He is ready. Sparrow, where's Tim?
Don't know, I'm waiting to see him.
Obviously, Sparrow and I needed a day to decompress after being in the van so long before Tim got to work on this install. But Sparrow doesn't have patience like that for Tim.
I want everyone to wake up and play with me.
On over here, we've got a ladder, and we've got a rug over the panel, and we've got all these tools outside. What's going on? It's Tim! It's Tim from my Nomad directory. Hi, Tim!
I got screws in my mouth.
Yay!
It's not often I say that. But,
Tim is helping
hello, everybody.
put everything together for the solar system, so we're gonna get out of his hair and
She's
let him
gonna
do the
rent
work.
this out for like $1,200 a month. I'm stoked.
Maybe someday. Got a makeshift anvil because the desert has flat rock, so that works. I mean, look at all this stuff. Who thought it was this complicated, right?
All right, so this comes from the
Hi, it's Editing Bunny. Disclaimer, he's about to explain solar things to me here.
panel here, right? And then this is going to go from the controller to the battery. So now I'm just making cables like this. See this pretty little end here instead of the raw wire. And so that'll go down here to this post,
Okay.
right? And then this, I'm going to leave with this with the loom on so you know it's negative. Because this wire is way too stiff. This is way better to work with. We'll go from here to over here.
Okay.
And then we'll have power to the battery, and then from here we will plug it into a switch box and a fuse and go here, and we need to ground that, and then we're done.
I know he just explained how everything's connected. Did it make sense? No. Some people's brains just don't work that way, okay? I never was good at math. Thanks, Tim. Yay. Play something else for us, Tim.
I don't really play.
Lies. He's a liar. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a humble soul here.
Tell you what, I'm gonna practice later. You can come by the bus.
Okay, we're gonna record it then, guys. It's Editing Bunny, and I just realized I never got to record Tim playing guitar. And I'll tell you, he is very reminiscent of Jerry Garcia. And Tiger, his guitar. I have so much more to say about Tim. So Tim and his dog Chaz, who is no longer with us, rest in peace, Chaz. They worked on a project together that, yes, his dog worked on the project with him. What? Anyway, they worked on a project together called My Nomad Directory. It's at mynomaddirectory.com. I've linked it in the caption. If you would do me a great, huge favor and go sign up for it, it's not just a favor for me, it's a favor for Tim and for you. This directory is a great new resource for nomads, van lifers, travelers of all kinds, even if you're not full-time. It's free to join. You can find job listings there. You will find a whole listing of events that gets consistently updated, classifieds. You can even list free stuff that you can trade with people. Plus, you can even list your services for other nomaders. Think of it as iOverlander, freecampsites.net, plus like a whole other slew of all the nomadic resources you could possibly imagine. So all those things combined in one place. It's mynomaddirectory.com. I've linked it at the caption. All you have to do is sign up. You become part of the community. It's free. Just enter in your email and then go back to your email and make sure that you've verified your account. That's it. Thanks so much. Tim and I both appreciate it, and I think you will too. This is what's going on in Quartzsite right now. Tires, garbage, an entire campsite left. A whole metal can to burn and they couldn't even burn it. Let's go look and see what they left behind. There's like engine parts over here. Well, I'm no mechanic, but that looks like a transmission to me. Who leaves a transmission out in the desert? Slobs do that. And people who don't care about ruining it for themselves and everyone else. And then all this garbage over here. Bikes. The worst part about all this is that there's free places to bring your trash all over Quartzsite. There's massive dumpsters in La Posa North and La Posa South. I mean, look at this. These people obviously had kids because there's children's bikes and toys and clothes. What kind of parents set this example for their children? This is the part that doesn't make sense to me, right? All you do is drive in, drop your garbage off, put it in the huge container, and drive away. It's free. There's a dump for Quartzsite that's absolutely free. You can bring a dryer there. You can bring yard refuse. You can bring bikes. You can bring old clothes. You can bring pots and pans. It's so simple, and it's like a few miles. Why can't you just go dump it at the free places that they provide for you to dump it? And no, they're not coming back. It's not like they just left their stuff there and they're coming back. That stuff has been there for like 3 days. Focus on the positive though, because as much garbage is out in the desert, there's also this beautiful art. We just came upon this thing. Look at that. I was gonna walk in it, hopefully not pee on it. That's beautiful. Look at the time someone spent on that. Wow, that's beautiful, huh?
That's great, Mom, but I have the ball, and you should throw it for me right now.
Wow, I wonder how long this has been here. It's very pretty. And there's that, I don't know, maybe it's a grave, I don't know. But this is what we were looking for. It looks like a labyrinth. I found it. Yay. Cool. Let's walk it. It's really pretty. Look at that. That's a neat design. So here's the entrance. Here we go. This labyrinth is located in Scat and Wash, but it's a little difficult to find because there's no direct trails right to it. You kind of have to go a little off-road, but on foot it's not hard to find. And there's already a Google pin on Google Maps for you to find it easily. And back at camp, Tim is bonding with Sparrow. Or is Sparrow bonding with Tim? I don't know, but these two were inseparable the whole time. So Tim and I had to have the long, serious talk of my will, and Sparrow is definitely going to Tim. Yep. And then Tim showed us this. It wasn't far from where we camped, but it's a memorial for departed dogs. People can come and leave their dog's name written in rocks. Fleecer, Odie Wheeler, Nebo, Waldo, Howard, and Coco. You are so missed and loved by your people. Okay. A lot has happened in the last few days. It's been a pretty crazy weekend. We got to eat some great food. I got to camp with a great bunch of people. We lost TikTok. TikTok came back, and I still have a big project that I really need to get done because I have all the lumber in the van for it. Wood in my bed again. But that's because there's going to be a cabinet over this fridge. Right there. I don't know how I'm going to build it yet, but we're working on it. So I'm going to be juggling a few tasks. But right now I'm on my way out of Quartzsite. Mr. Tim Untethered had an entirely eventful weekend putting my solar together. I am just amazed at the time and effort and perfectionist way that he did it. He was really thoughtful, resourceful, and I'm so grateful for his expertise. I will show you guys that in a little bit. But this means now I can turn my fridge on and have my laptop on. Unfortunately, I still have this little tiny AGM battery that won't really have a lot of power storage. So it's hard to keep my refrigerator on overnight and run my laptop at the same time. But that's okay. That's going to change. I'm going to get a couple lithium batteries. We will put that together again when I come back up in like a week or so. But that depends on if I can get the batteries sent to me in time. So it's all going to be a juggling match. If it doesn't happen right away, it'll happen down the road, and I'm excited to see how it comes. But for now, we are on our way to Yuma. It's a long drive to Yuma. Some mountains, some prettiness, mostly bugs in the windshield. Oh, and a lot of military stuff, like Yuma Proving Ground. Big cannons.
My smell farms, Mom. I wish this thing wasn't in my way either, Mom. You should move it.
Can't, honey. It holds the door on. We're gonna go see your girlfriend? We're gonna go see Soxy the cat? Yeah, we're gonna go see your girlfriend, V. Are you excited? Where are we?
Mama, we're gonna go see my best friend.
And here we are in Yuma. Well, what are we doing here, though? Well, we're going to meet back up with V because she's getting ready to go back east, and our time together is sadly but quickly coming to an end. So we're going to do some awesome stuff together before she leaves. And for that, we'll be staying at the Cracker Barrel for a couple nights, where people once again think that they're special. So special that they should be taking up 2 parking spots in a super busy Cracker Barrel parking lot. For the love of God and all that is holy, please stop doing this. Please. Oh, look, a very unique and recognizable license plate. I'm going to keep calling people who do this out over and over. This is their van. They think they're special. Everyone, let them know how special they are if you meet them. So special. But look at how busy this parking lot is. These people took up like 3 or 4 spots because they're super special. They must twinkle when they drive. But seriously, almost every spot in this lot is taken up. And most everyone is using just 1 spot. If they can't fit in 1 spot, okay, take up 2, maybe 3 if you're diagonal and you're a bigger RV, but like there's no reason to not park like this person who is a good van lifer. You see all these people here? Look at them all. Every spot is loaded with a van. The audacity that Dodge Ram had, thinking that they are more special and that their van somehow deserves to take up 2 spots, making it so someone else doesn't have a parking spot, is wild. But wait, it gets worse. This same van, oh yeah, we checked the license plate, decided to double park 5 nights in a row here. So this wasn't a one-time offense. This is, I think I'm better than everyone consistently. Here they are the 3rd night. And then the 4th night, so you get the idea. Oh, and 1 more night, yes. And it's definitely the same van. You know, I do keep a full pee jug around for people like this, just saying. Okay, back to the fun V and I are having. We have to feast up before we take a road trip into California to take V to her first hot spring experience. Who's that? Do you see your cat friend?
No, that's my girlfriend, V's van.
Is she over there? You see her?
No, I just see my reflection. Oh.
Sparrow.
What, Mom? I'm not getting off of V. I love her.
What are you doing?
It's my girlfriend. I've claimed her.
I love that he's just he's so precious.
Sparrow, what are you doing?
This is my girlfriend, Mom. I'm getting my loves in.
You're ridiculous.
You can relax.
It's just leaning right in.
This is my girlfriend. I love my V. This is my best friend. I have like 100 best friends.
I love this part of his head.
So off we go out of Arizona and into California on the way to Holtville Hot Spring. And on the way there, we have to pass the Los Algodones Mexican border, as well as the Imperial Sand Dunes National Recreation Area. I'm here! We've made it to the hot spring! Now, we're just here for a day trip, so we won't be camping here, but there is free camping far beyond those palm trees. There's also an LTVA area to camp at, but that costs a little bit of money, and that's across the street from the springs. The whole area around the springs is actually like a desert oasis. There's a whole pond that is filled by runoff from the hot spring. There's palm trees, and there's a whole bunch of birds and wildlife. A few years ago, all of this was on fire, and everything you see that's green in this picture was burned down. I've heard conflicting stories of why. Some people say it was arson. Others say that it was the Forest Service doing a natural burn and it got out of hand. But whatever the reason for the fire, it looks like the trees and the wildlife are thriving here now. You can still see the scarring on the trees though. Here's the little runoff from the hot springs right into the pond. And don't forget to shower before entering, because if you don't, they will definitely remind you. The hot springs consist of 3 tubs, one that is an old trough feeder, a giant one that you can stand up and it's about 5 to 6 feet deep, a smaller one that's more shallow and less hot, and there's even bathrooms like a pit toilet in the parking lot. Holtville is right off of the 8, so you do hear some highway noise, but after we went for a dip, we took a walk along the canal.
I got my ball, Mom.
This is a wonderful day trip from Yuma. You can camp out there, but remember to be careful not to get stuck in the sand. And now we're gonna head back into Yuma. So much is coming up in the next video. I will see you there. Thanks for watching.